Looking back at the first half of the 06-07 Denny's PBA Tour season, the record books were once again rewritten. Tony Reyes found perfection in Detroit. And along the way, a host of other legends and rising stars have found their way to victory. With the PBA back from its holiday slumber, we'll kick off this new year in the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. The H&R Block Classic is next. From the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada, ESPN brings you the start of the second half of our season live coverage of the Denny's PBA Tour. It's the H&R Block Classic. 4 superstar bowlers are all ready to roll.
A PBA Hall of Famer and the Tour's all-time titles leader. Today he looks for his second title of the season. From Ocala, Florida, Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Walter Ray is the all-time kingpin of the bowling lanes. He's already surpassed the all-time title record, and now Deadeye takes dead aim at title number 43.
This 13-time titleist and former PBA Rookie of the Year is making his first TV appearance of the season. From Claremont, Florida, Jason Couch.
This huge Gator fan from Central Florida has one of the strongest strike balls on tour. He's powered his way to more than $1.5 million in career earnings. But in order for him to capture title number 14, he'll have to beat the greatest bowler in the history of the sport.
The 2004-2005 PBA Player of the Year is looking for his 8th career title. Today he makes his first TV appearance of the season. From Wesley Chapel, Florida, Patrick Allen.
He's back. We didn't see Patrick at all in the first half of the season, but this lethal lefty has rebounded nicely. He ravaged his opponents, going undefeated in match play, and today looks for title number 8.
Earlier this season, he won the Etonic Championship for his 33rd Denny's PBA Tour title. Today, he looks to Mark Roth for the 3rd on all-time titles list. From St. Anne, Missouri, Pete Weber.
PDW went over the $3 million mark in career earnings by winning in Buffalo earlier in the season. But today, Pete has his sights on one thing and one thing only: revenge against Walter Ray Williams Jr.
These are your finalists competing for the title in the 2004 H&R Block Classic.
What a field of bowlers we have for you today in Reno. 2 Hall of Famers, 2-star lefties in all. These bowlers have won a combined 95 titles, 7 combined Player of the Year honors, 19 major championships, quite simply loaded with accolades. The brackets for today, the quarterfinals all the way through. Couch, Walter Ray Williams Jr., the first matchup, PA and PDW to follow. Hello, bowling fans. Welcome to Reno, Nevada. Glad you could join us today, and Happy New Year. Dave, Randy, and Norm, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
We start off our new year with 4 tremendous bowlers led by Walter Ray Williams Jr. and the great Pete Weber. Norm, head-to-head, Walter Ray's had his way with PDW, hasn't he?
He has. You know, he's 8-2 lifetime on television against Pete Weber, but more importantly, the last 5 times these 2 players have faced in title matches, Walter has won them all. And Pete Weber can't stand it. He hates to lose to Walter Ray Williams. And today, should the 2 legends advance against the left-handers, then I see Pete being afforded a chance of revenge, but I'd see it as a would-be reckoning.
And who can forget Walter Ray Williams Jr. this September, guys, to start our season off with a splash, winning his 42nd career title at the Japan Cup. Now, Randy, let's talk about left-handers. Not only did no lefties win in the first half of the year, but Jason Couch and Patrick Allen didn't make a show. Maybe the lefties can turn around today. What do you think?
Well, they have a really good chance because of the fact that we're in Reno.
at the Bowling Stadium, and traditionally over the years, this has been very kind to left-handers. But make no mistake about it, Jason Couch and Patrick Allen aren't schlubs. They're major championship winners. Jason Couch led the qualifying portion of this event and only lost one game in match play. Patrick Allen, on the other hand, he's been struggling throughout the entire first part of this season. Here you see him defeating Pete Weber last season in Grand Rapids. But I'll tell you what, it's been a real struggle for Patrick Allen. He made an equipment change during the break, practiced for 2 solid weeks, and came out this week and went undefeated in match play. Going to carry that confidence to the title match today.
Coming up today here in Reno, our second semifinal should be a great matchup. Patrick Allen, former player of the year, who's not won since Grand Rapids of last season, makes his first TV appearance of the year against a legend, Pete Weber, who tries to tie Mark Ross' record for 3rd all-time PBA Tour titles. Check in with the oil pattern. It is Chameleon, 39 feet. We've had a lot of 300 games this week, including 3 of our finalists from today's show. Will we see another 300? We saw Tony Reyes with perfection in Taylor, Michigan to begin our year. Great first match.
It's on second ball, Dave.
He's from Claremont, just outside Orlando, as are Norman Wren.
Three
You guys are neighbors.
3 guys from Claremont on the show. Norm, Randy, and Jason.
And as we saw clearly, Jason Couch, a huge Florida Gators fan. He hopes Urban Meyer and the Gators can win a national championship against the Buckeyes tomorrow night in Phoenix. First TV ball of the year for him. And he's got a strike.
You just have to love Jason Couch's confidence. Very first shot on television this year, packed, and lets everybody know about it.
3rd show of the year here, Normie, for Walter Ray. His mom made the trip from California. Watch him in person. He's got all 10 back as well. Mom loves it. Randy leads us to the Ace Hardware matchup. Well, Jason Couch has had a great career, but Walter Ray Williams Jr., an absolute legend.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes to TV day, Walter Ray is pretty tough to get under his skin. And anytime Walter can play the outside part of the lane, he's pretty tough to beat. And that's exactly where he's playing today.
Great start for each on the Chameleon pattern.
Norm, Walter Ray told me that this week in qualifying, he actually had to move into 4th arrow at one point in the tournament and said he moved in, threw a couple shots, and next thing you know, he threw 12 in a row for 300.
Playing inside.
Playing inside. So yes, he is versatile, and yes, he can play many different parts and different angles on the lane.
Been a long time since Jason Couch has won last season. That was a stepladder format win for him. The Dick Weber event in Fountain Valley near Los Angeles. And he's got another strike here, Norm.
Yeah, that was pure right here. He does leak it just a little bit to the left. With all of that rotation that he puts on it, he knew. He said, that'll rattle nothing.
Jason tells us, guys, that 2 weeks off in the holiday break, some other bowlers like Brad Angelo did not touch a ball for 2 weeks. Jason's case, he had to rest a torn meniscus. His right knee's got a tear there. And we'll have it surgically repaired after the season. Wearing a brace on it today. And Randy, what about taking that time off for Jason? Get fresher.
I think it helped him mentally more than anything. And he knew coming to Reno that he may have a really good chance of making the TV show here. He's made the show here before. And for Jason, when talking with him about why he had so much success this week, he said it was because he felt like there was a lot more oil in the front part of the lane, and he could do what he does best, and that's rev it up and hit it hard.
No help on the 9 for Walter Ray. We saw his extraordinary accomplishments. He's the leader in titles, TV appearances, TV wins, and earnings.
Yeah, and you see this shot, he says, wow, because he actually got it to the right. It overhooked. Tried to get the break on the 9-pin, but when a player is playing out and as good as Walter Ray and he misses to the right and it goes high, Randy, he loves that. Trust me.
Well, you know, it's funny that he didn't trip the 4 into the 9, because normally that's what he does.
Well, the better you are, the luckier you become. And Walter Ray Williams is not only lucky, he is the very best bowler to ever roll the ball down there.
I agree.
Ranked number 9. Tour rankings coming into this show. He's had another very solid year. Third show of the year, as we talked about. Has a win in Japan. Has a strike there. Each bowler locked in early. Jason Couch calls for a re-rack. He's got an 11-pin lead. Looks for the front 4 to begin our TV show. If there are any nerves with Jason after not making a TV show all year, they're not showing right now. I'm impressed.
Jason, he told us yesterday that he feels like it's kind of feast or famine for him out here right now with the way the lane conditions are. You know, Jason doesn't like that Ohio Buckeyes sign.
He does not want to see that sign at all. He's
No.
got a party set up for tomorrow. He's got a hotel suite reserved, 2 big plasma screens to watch the Gators and the Buckeyes. National championship here in Reno. All 10 down for the big Gator fan.
Jason said, like I was saying, it's kind of feast or famine out here for him. He's got to pick He's got to pick his weeks. He feels like out of the 2021 weeks that he doesn't get enough opportunities. He says right now on the tour, because of the oil patterns, he says it's better to be straighter if you can manage it.
Randy, be sure to head to PBA.com, learn more about the new junior membership program being offered by the PBA. Junior bowlers 17 and under who join the program will be eligible for equipment discounts, exclusive PBA email news bulletins, monthly tips from the Denny's PBA Tour, and much more. Log on today. No front 5.
No front 5 and no re-rack left for Jason Couch, should he need one. He has taken both his re-racks. I think the first one was to buy himself a little time, get his tape and his ball right. The second one probably because he had an errant rack. Evidently it didn't help much. He's still looking at the 3.56, Randy. Very choppable spare here.
Yep. See what he did in match play. Losing just 1 game. No left-handed opponents. Every left-hander the bowled in this tournament, except for Chris Hayden, made it to match play, and just like you said, Norm, he chopped it.
Wow, Norm predicts that right on the money. Chop pin and an open here for Jason Couch after starting with the front 4.
Hey, look, I live with Jason in Claremont, Florida. Don't tell him I predicted a chop spare, please.
Too late.
Well, it's too late, Norm. You said it, and he knows where you live.
That changes things dramatically. Now we'll see if the great Walter Ray can take advantage.
See, that ball is inside of the prior shot on the right lane, and it doesn't roll enough. I'm interested to see. I believe he probably moved a board left, and probably all he needed to do was keep his speed up or look left 1 board. But now he's got the over/under. I predict he'll figure it out.
Well, I mean, normally with him, and you do the same thing, you stay where you are and you throw it harder.
Many, many times, yes.
Road to TV, guys, for Walter Ray.
Riga, Parker, amateur that led the pre-tournament qualifying round. All left-handers.
Wow. 3 straight. He is lefty's worst nightmare. Used to be Mika, right?
And guess what? He's bowling another lefty today.
That's right.
Look out.
It's high, and he avoids the baby split. Almost got a tap on the 9, but it stands. And Deadeye, who just never misses single pin conversions, has that left.
Norm, I hate to second-guess the greatest player to ever throw a bowling ball, but to me, it just looks like his speed's a little soft. I mean, you talk about friction on the right side of the lane. Why not move right and just pick up the speed and just try to jam it right at the 1-3 from that angle?
Well, I'm sure that it's a possibility that he overthrows the hook and he washes out if he was to get a lot more speed.
Well, good start to our first match. Things are close. Great crowd here in Reno, Nevada. Jason Couch, first TV show of the year. Looks for his 14th title, hoping his Gators win a title tomorrow against Walter Ray. The H&R Block Block Classic is brought to you by H&R Block. When you got H&R Block, you got people. By Denny's. Denny's always works. By Ace, the official hardware store of the PBA. Ace, the helpful place. And by Bear. The more you know, the more you trust. Bear. We are back in this exciting city for the first time in 3 years. Last champion here, Mika Koivuniemi in 2004. And that's the 12th appearance at the National Bowling Stadium and 21st overall in Reno. Coming up here in Reno, PA-PDW. Last time they met, a 3-pin victory for Patrick Allen. That was the first ever head-to-head TV matchup between Pete and Patrick. And I remember covering that event last April, guys, in Grand Rapids. And how excited Patrick was to face the legend, one of his idols growing up. Another chance for PA today. First show of the year for him. Same for Couch. Leads by 7. Sixth frame. Has a strike.
Yeah, flush strike right out of the commercial break. That's a good sign for Jason Couch.
Come on, dude. Keep it soft on the tight line.
Beautiful shot. You see that rotation, his hands flipping around the side to get that ball to make that nice move in the back part of the lane. Notice how it's not real sharp. It's kind of gradual. I think that's the best way to have the ball enter the pocket.
I agree, but you have to have your rotation a little more end over end to not have it get sharp on you.
To the last 3 finals. Opponents for him, what happened? 7-pin lead. High. And the baby split 2-7. Jason Couch not sure what happened there as he regroups.
Well, he talked himself into it. You heard him say, don't get soft on the tight lane, and he didn't. Excuse me, don't get fast on the tight lane, and he got soft.
Jason says a 2-week break really helped him. Met with him last night. Didn't touch a bowling ball. Wanted the knee to heal up. The right meniscus is torn. He'll need a scope surgical procedure after the year, he says. Coming in with a positive attitude this year. Look at that. Nice conversion of the split. He thought the second half of the year
Move on that lane.
to feel positive was critical for him.
Well, you know, at the start of the year, all of us want to get off to a good start, and he didn't. So now, you know, we get a little break for Christmas. He wants to finish strong now. That's what they're thinking, the guys with slow starts.
Walter right back up. Another 10-pin.
Yeah, like you said, Randy, maybe he should be moving right, throwing the ball more at him, or even pointing the ball up to the pins a little bit. Because right now, his ball is not rolling through the pins on the right lane.
Well, I'm not so sure he didn't move there because it looked like his speed was a little bit faster, and that ball actually entered the pocket a little bit harder.
I bet he makes this 10-pin. Pretty good chance of that.
Yeah, I'll give you even money.
For those of you who don't know, Deadeye nicknamed such because he is an excellent horseshoe pitcher, one of the all-time greats in that sport, in that Hall of Fame as well, and still actively competes in horseshoe pitching when he's not bowling. Got a nice head-to-head record with Couch so far in his career. Nothing like his success with Pete, though. 8-2 and 5-0 is Walter against PDW on TV. That was off the mark from the release, Randy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was what we were mentioning beforehand. And if you get a little fast and try to overthrow that hook, it just will not turn over. You almost have to get a little soft to get it to peel back up.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, to throw it there and with that speed, he has to move his feet farther right and just, like I said, real direct. I think early on maybe he was looking for a little bit too much ball reaction into the pins.
Couch up by 9 pins. Had a couple of bad shots, but he lived through it.
Six-pin for Jason Couch. Trying to talk himself again into a big shot.
Pretty steep swing there from Jason Couch. He's always been steep, and that's why I think it's hard for him to go straighter and back his hand out of it. He did choose to finish on that right lane. He's the higher seed, and That ball was just a little bit high. The left lane is the one that looks like it's given him some trouble. And interesting, throwing that big hook at the single pin spare. What do you make of that, Norm?
Well, he must like his line to the pocket if he's going to use that, you know, a strike ball to throw it a 6-pin. I wouldn't do it, but a lot of the guys do. Mostly the left-handers do because they have a little more oil over there to play with, and they can rotate their hand around it without it going berserk on them. Hey, as long as you get them down, that's all that counts.
Jason looks very relaxed out there. He said he could not have handled the knee injury taking so much time off for the holiday break 10 years ago. He's matured quite a bit. Almost had the big 4, and now a big split to deal with here.
And Walter Ray is going to take the lead sitting on the bench unless Jason Couch can somehow find a way to convert the 4-6-10.
You know, he made mention that was the tight lane, and the last 2 shots were high and high, split and bigger split. He might be confused.
Well, the good news is that's his last shot on that lane.
Takes out the 6-10, but an open frame here, guys, so late.
And the bad news is Walter Ray is coming up and just took the lead on the bench, and nobody is better in the clutch than Walter Ray Williams.
42 times better. 42 career titles. And also won here in Reno a couple years back. That was a major. And another 10-pin. How many of those have we seen?
Well, he's gotten 9 every ball except for the ones he's struck on. And I think the count now is 6 9s in this game. Walter Ray Williams Jr. finding the correct line to the pocket, just not the correct line to strike with.
Old Deadeye, nearly perfect throughout his incredible career at single pin conversions. This week he's, of course, 100% and continues that here in the 9th.
Boy, when he misses a single pin spare, it makes headlines.
Literally.
No, I meant literally. Well, you think I was kidding, Dave?
No.
2 strikes and 6 pins, as you see on the graphic, will win this game and advance into the title match.
One of those late opens, guys, will just kill you. Jason Couch knows that very well.
Wide.
And a break, and he finally is able to strike.
Wide, and he got in the right spot to strike. It's amazing that his carry percentage is better when his ball hits right here. At least today it is. Watch this little tickle zone, swish zone. His carry percentage is actually higher there than when it's flush in the 1-3.
Well, playing that outside line, you know, in many cases it will be. You get all that angle. This to win.
Oh, 10 down for the King.
It's all about the Benjamins, and Walter Ray Williams Jr. really put the good touch on that shot.
Show me the money.
He still needs 6, though. I think he can handle it.
If you're Jason Couch or anyone you guys know more than anyone out there, you've bowled him so many times. You can't give Walter Ray a smidgen of daylight. He'll take 10 instead of the 6 and win the match. And he will be in the finals here in Reno today. Trying to win multiple titles, first time in a season since 03-04. He won this year, making history in Japan.
Yeah, it's a sick feeling on the bench when you know that Walter Ray can get up and double and lock you out. You're helpless, and you've seen it so many times. You just can't even figure out a way that he doesn't double.
And I think the great players their careers are quantified by remembering more often than not how many times they came through in the clutch and came through in the 10th frame. You can't go back and remember how many times Walter Ray didn't double or strike out in the 10th when he needed to.
Has it ever happened?
It has, but not very often.
Not often at all. That's a rare occurrence.
Good week for Mr. Couch.
It was. First TV appearance since the Dick Weber Championship 20 events ago last season, Fountain Valley. His 50th career TV show for Couch. He'll fall short against the great Walter Ray Williams Jr. will match up with either Pete Weber or Patrick Allen in the finals from Reno today. Walter Ray has one number in mind, 43. He's got the tour title record already. Looks to add to his trophy case next. Special thanks and hello to Phil Bowman, Vice President of Tax Marketing for H&R Block, our title sponsor here today at the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada. Time now for the Skills Challenge. And we've got a doubles matchup that is unforgettable. Norm Duke, Brian Voss head-to-head with Sean Rash and Bill O'Neill. The legends and the young guns head-to-head. Which side comes out victorious?
Make the 10 pin on this lane standing over here. I hope ESPN's insured. Oh! No!
The loser has to do it?
Loser has to do it.
Tails.
Yes! It was hit. I won, you lost. Nice try.
Thank you.
10-pound ball, he still can't get it.
One strike against the...
Okay, we're going to do a towel shot. That's number one on the Norm Duke side.
Oh, no. Come on. Flush. Oh! That's right. He's my partner. Yeah, beat that. Beat that.
Gotta hit the one in the front.
Well, now. How about that for some new school boys? Here we go, the 4-6.
I doubt it.
One
Come on,
turn.
Beef!
Oh, hit him.
Hit him!
Good effort. Good effort.
Now we need a little bit of work. Yeah, it needs just a little bit of work. Left-handed. That is stipulated, correct? I meant to make it left-handed.
Yes, you're making it left-handed. I'm making it right-handed, but in the short.
So I'm going to prefer it to right. Okay. Make sure you don't hit it.
Oh, boy. Oh, God. I didn't do it. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. I didn't do it.
Good to see the old guard still knows a trick or two against those young guns. Nice job, Normie. Let's go on the road with the Denny's PBA Tour. Lava Lanes, home of the Medford Meteor. Marshall Holman, he gets a commissioner's exemption next week. We're there. Looking forward to being back in Medford. Log on to PBA.com for tickets and times for the Pro-Ams. Then to the Dick Weber Open as we head to Southern California, Orange County, Fountain Valley. Pro-Ams on January 16th and 20th. Be sure to log on to PBA.com for ticket information on the Pro-Ams. Walter Ray Williams Jr. already has advanced to the final. Who will he play for the championship? That's the question. Will it be Patrick Allen or maybe PDW, the Hall of Famer, bids for another title today? 15 to 200, he is to the finals, looking for his 43rd career title. Will take on either Patrick Allen in his first show of the year or Pete Weber bidding for his second title of the season. How about college football coming your way tonight on ESPN? The GMAC Bowl from Mobile, Alabama. Frank Solich, head coach of the Ohio Bobcats, head-to-head with Southern Miss and their outstanding freshman running back, Damian Fletcher, who had to flee his native Mississippi during the Hurricanes last year. An amazing story. Went to California, Florida, then back to Mississippi, eventually became a top recruit for Southern Miss and head coach Jeff Bauer. Great game coming your way tonight. GMAC Bowl from Mobile. PA, PDW, underway. 7-pin for Pete.
Ouch.
Yeah.
How you want to start? Pete going with a big hook, Randy. He's just banking the gutter down there.
Yep, he's his wife Tracy looking on as always. But Petey saw what Walter Ray did in the first match, and Petey's just whipped
Missed
the
it,
7-pin.
guys. How about that? An open for Pete Weber.
It just shows you how slick the lanes are down lane.
Way to go.
And his 19th open frame this week.
Overall. 19 over frames?
Yeah,
Right.
which is a lot. 19 open frames, that's a lot. Must have had a lot of strikes, too.
You hate to have them, but earlier the better. Here's Patrick Allen. Wow, blast 10 into the pit. His first TV shot of the season after Randy was a very frustrating and difficult first half. As we see the Ace Hardware matchup for Patrick Allen, no shows, and the equipment change, Randy, made a big difference.
Yeah, it really did. He struggled he signed a lucrative contract at the beginning of the year, thought he could make that equipment work, and it just wasn't panning out for Patrick Allen. He went back to what worked for him last season and the season before. It's not that the equipment that he was using was bad. He didn't match up with it well. And if you don't match up out here, you'll never beat the best in the world.
Well, he obviously matched up because he averaged 233 to Pete Weber's 219. That's a pretty solid, lopsided stat there.
Blew his way through match play. He and Jason Couch, two lefties to make our show nearly perfect in match play heading into the show. All 10 down again for Patrick Allen, who told us today when we spoke with him, he's just so really exasperated, frustrated at not being able to compete at that high level, coming off a brilliant season where he made 6 shows last year. That was a career best.
Well, you know, you get player of the year, then your expectations rise, and when you don't live up to what you're expecting of yourself, it becomes a lonely season.
Road to TV for Pete. Already in a big hole.
Oh, my goodness.
Not the way to get at it.
You know, he's left on this shot from what we saw in practice on the right lane, but still a bad break to get the 4-9.
Normally when Pete throws really good shots, you don't see him fall off balance like that. Which tells me that he probably grabbed that one a little bit at the bottom, which made the ball bite real hard, leaving the 4-9.
Split numbers. Unfortunately, the percentage goes down for Pete as he has another open frame. My goodness. How unusual is this to see the great Pete Weber, who's trying to tie Mark Roth for 3rd all-time in titles. With a win today, he is not off to a very good start along those lines.
No, you have to be happy if you're Patrick Allen. You get to sleep all night thinking about bowling Pete Weber, and he gives you 2 opens out of the gate.
Man.
This is good here.
Yeah, he was able to post that one, meaning
I got him, Mark!
keep his balance when he hit the foul line. And, you know, Pete did get 2 really bad breaks. I mean, let's be honest. Stone 7, then he comes back, and yeah, okay, maybe he pinched a little bit, but he paid the ultimate price with a 4-9. I mean,
Bad breaks in a row. Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
right.
But you're missing the 7-pin. You know, there's no excuse for that.
Yeah, and hard to recover from that.
Right, and you only have 10 frames. When you sell past the 7-pin in one of them,
Look at the road to TV for PA, guys. Perfect. Mike Edwards, Steve Jarris, Chris Loshedder, all going down to the Allen machine. Mowed down. Speedy. That ball has just got incredible speed and power through the 1-2 pocket.
And I was waiting to watch Patrick throw it on the left lane to see what type of ball reaction he would have. As you can see, the undefeated road in match play. Only 3 players in the history of this new format, the bracket format, has ever gone undefeated. Norm Duke, myself, Chris Hayden, Patrick Allen looks to do the same this week.
Wow. It's good to have 2 of the 4 guys on the list next to me here. I feel honored. PA trying to stay perfect in match play. He's got a huge advantage. Wow. He is completely locked in at the moment. You would not imagine this is his first TV game of the season.
You're looking at a guy right here that told me that he didn't feel like he could beat anybody. In a matter of 2 weeks practicing with equipment that he was familiar with, that he was more accustomed to the reaction that he got from the stuff that he used to use. He turned it around in a matter of a couple of days, saw the reaction immediately, and starts with front four.
No doubt. Double for Pete to pull within 42 pins. But you know, Patrick Allen was still is on my fantasy league team.
Results.
And he's been telling me week in and week out, Norm, dump me, sell me. Get somebody new. He told me in this event prior to the start. You can put me back up. Yeah, he knew.
Had a little idea. He was about to turn it around. He looks for a third straight strike. And will have it.
Don't you do it again.
As the 7 falls late, and he's found his rhythm after a disastrous start.
They gave me one back there.
Oh, I don't know, Petey.
Such a bad shot.
That shouldn't even have been in question. Well, bad shot. He got it in, but apparently he's throwing the right ball and playing the lanes properly. Pretty aggressive bowling ball he's throwing there, and when you flip around the side of a real aggressive bowling ball with soft speed, it really breaks loose down the lane, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just going to cut to the left.
All right, guys, here's PA looking for the front 5. He'll have it. Shrapnel everywhere, pins flying. Patrick Allen. Motel 6 frame. PA is from the front 5, a strike in the 6. He learned $600 from Motel 6, the official lodging partner. The PGA Tour will also be eligible for a $6,000 bonus if he throws the front 6 more than any other bowler on TV this year.
Come on. Norm, why is it that Patrick Allen's ball reaction is better than Jason Couch's? They're both using the same manufacturer's bowling balls. Why is it the PA's reaction looks better?
Well, he's playing farther out to the left where there's friction. This is the chameleon pattern, so you can play in a lot of different areas.
$600 for Mr. Allen.
All about the Benjamins, baby. Gets a nice kick late on the 10. I'm sorry, Norm. Go ahead and finish your thought.
But with that friction, the main thing is you get power into the pin, so when you hit the pocket, you get strikes.
Patrick Allen, halfway home to a 300 game. A perfect start and a huge lead on the legend, one of his idols, Pete Weber. More coming up. Let's flash back June 20th, 1999. Mike Miller going for a 300 game, guys, and you better believe it. Look at the celebration. He's got Danny Wiseman out there with him, and our Tim Chris, too.
One of the best no-thumbers to ever throw a bowling ball right there.
Yeah, and he used to be one-dimensional, and he took the thumb out, and all of a sudden he could hook it with anybody. There he is in the crowd.
Mike Miller now, Randy involved in the bowling industry in New Mexico.
You know, he looks, he's got that real tough guy look to him. That's one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah, what a joy.
His daughter Adrian with him there.
Daughter
She's
Adrian.
a bowler at Nebraska, Team USA. Competitor as well. Good to see them here in person to watch. A sight of his greatness.
We miss you, Mikey.
He's a real Husker. Here's Pete. And that's high. Didn't like it, guys, off the release.
Good
a
commercial breaks.
baby split.
Yeah, and you said it. He hates commercial breaks.
310.
Some people love commercial breaks because their opponent can't get it off their hand.
Split numbers. He will convert that one. Well, it's been a very tough day for Pete, bidding for his 34th career title. He told us before the show today, guys, what this would mean for him to tie Mark Roth. He told us back in the 70s, he can first remember watching Mark Roth and actually imitated his backswing. And a lot about Mark's game he's incorporated into his own game. So this would have been a special day for Pete, but he's in a huge hole now.
Yeah, it's going to be special when he ties and then eventually surpasses Mark Roth. Because like you said, he was just his childhood idol.
Come on, let's go.
He was mine.
Come on.
Patrick Allen's idol is Pete Weber. He was growing up. trying to stay perfect. How about 7 straight? Yikes. How about the split avoids the big 4?
Just want to give him an opening. That's what I want to do.
Now, this could potentially be devastating, not just for his score, but for his psyche. You can throw the front 6, and all of a sudden you throw the big giant split. Pete Weber, if he strikes out, he'll shoot 236, and this split right here puts Patrick Allen back into the 230s.
Right, and in all
6-10 can't convert, Norm.
And in all pros' minds, as soon as you look up at the score, you just give your opponent,
Come on, man.
all of them. You just strike them out to figure out what you need to beat their biggest score.
Flomax Weekly Update, Patrick Allen making his first show of the year after a career best 6 last season. And look at the 12-0 match play record. He told us this morning he was shocked at how quickly he was able to turn around Randy, but as we know, that equipment change is a big deal with bowlers. It's all about feel, it's all about ball reaction and confidence.
Yeah, well, you know, I said it earlier. He saw the difference in reaction right away. It just took time for his coconut to accept it. So mentally, he had to get in the right place. Nice hit there. And Dave, also, just make note of the fact that when you have a bad reaction on this tour for a long period of time, you start to develop bad habits, and that's really what Patrick Allen's been struggling with now or over the last couple of weeks, is getting out of some of those bad habits.
Yeah, here.
Pete down 39, 8th frame. Again, a touch high. The 9-pin is stubborn, and it would not fall.
Seen a lot of 4-9 combinations on that right lane today.
A lot of 4-9 combos where the 4 goes over and looks at it but never falls into it.
So Pete Weber,
He says be quiet for a reason, right?
who has really had his struggles, is the subject of this week's Atonic Edge.
This is what I call efficiency of motion, and watch the rotation right there at the bottom of the swing. The best the game has ever seen, in my opinion. Look at this footwork. Pete's always had that really long third step, which gave his backswing time to get up and down. Right now, Pete is just thoroughly frustrated. He said he was frustrated at the start of the tournament, and it looks like he's just back to where he was at the start of the week.
Yeah, Pete told us before the match today, it's a different environment here. One of the largest bowling centers in the country, and sort of a cavernous feel, very high ceilings, and a huge stand set up behind the bowlers. On TV, they'll not have
quiet for a reason.
any fans on either side of them. It was a good look from our crew. And he said he was very uncomfortable at the start of the week. It got better, obviously, as he made the show. Struggles in this one. Oh, watch out. Way off the mark and wide on that ball by Patrick Allen.
Yeah, just a pitch out. You know, he just got leaving the big 4 combination, and then I guess he didn't want to see that again.
Washout.
Sails the head pin.
Double wood as well. Look at that.
He's going to have to get the ball to the right of the head pin and throw it over into the 7. The ball will take care of the rest. But right now, the left lane was the Achilles heel for Jason Couch. In this match, our other left-hander is struggling on the right lane.
1-3-7-9. Can't convert. As the 7 stands, he nearly was able to complete the washout.
Well, the good news here is he's pretty much won the game. I think he needs 3 pins and 2 shots. He can do that.
Yep.
Nice shot.
However, got to be worried about the next match if his ball reaction is that poor right now.
However, you bowl Walter Ray Williams Jr. for the title and you go big 4 washout, that's not what you want to have happen to you going into the title match against that guy.
Not at all.
Wow, you pried one off. Wow. Amazing.
We like that one, and a little sarcastic reaction, too. Now, Pete had told us today before the match he'd love to see Patrick be more animated.
Come on.
And that's...
I figure I made it to Joe. I got a lot of bonuses this week. So.
That's the sort of thing Pete needs.
Yeah, so many people, when they play Pete Weber, they want to get him riled up, and I don't know why. It's like throwing a fork at a tiger.
Yeah, but you know what? For all the fans that Pete has, there's a lot of folks that don't like Pete, but you know what? That's only because they don't know him. He's one of the best sports. He shows some of the best sportsmanship you'll ever see. He's not a poor loser by any means. Very gracious.
Bonus week. Made the show, so just bonus week. By the way, hi, Mom. Love you.
Shout out to his folks. Yeah, family back home in St. Louis area. And Patrick Allen, guys, going to move to 2-0 career against Pete Weber on TV. Not bad.
Yeah, whatever he's doing, I like that magic. Kind of lulling Pete to death, I guess.
Don't know what to say. Doesn't even seem like it's happening. Crazy. No factor to ball for a title.
Wow. He has gone from off the map entirely in the first half of the year. No shows. Wasn't really close. Now, blasting his way through match play with a 12-0 record. Now he beats one legend, and one is still to go here.
Yeah, and he said no factor to bowling for a title. And, you know, Randy, you said it best. When you're struggling, you're trying to help your ball do things that it's just not responding. Then next thing you know, you're in a slump.
My gambling money back.
And it just prolongs itself each week.
Yeah, it just snowballs. It's going to take a little bit of time before he's back to pure in it.
They got like
See what happens.
pins in a rack.
Walter's tough.
Repeating shot after shot like he's accustomed to. But you know what? He's got the reaction he's looking for now, so that's going to help.
Yeah, at least now he can put six baggers together.
Right, Patrick. Just because I said it was a childhood dream doesn't mean I want to bowl you every single time.
Trust me.
Patrick Allen, a happy man. Twice he's faced his idol, whom he loved to watch growing up, and twice he's knocked Pete off on TV in Grand Rapids last year en route to a title. And here in Reno, maybe he wins another championship, but he's got to get through that guy, the all-time tour title record holder, Walter Ray. The H&R Block Classic is brought to you by Discover Car. It's time a credit card put you in the driver's seat. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit geico.com. And by Columbia 300, the official PBA supplier of high-performance bowling balls. Columbia bowls the world over. The Denny's PBA Tour 06-07 money leaders. Walter Ray Williams Jr. just behind Doug Cannon won $100,000 by taking the USBC Masters in Milwaukee. To begin our season stateside, Pete Weber not far behind, but Pete has fallen to Patrick Allen in the semifinal. Welcome back, everyone, to the first live event here at Denny's PBA Tour season, the second half of the year. Dave with Randy and Norm. And Randy, let's start with you. In the first match, Jason Couch had a pretty difficult matchup there with Walter Ray, who's very effective.
Yeah, Walter Ray was lined up. He was doing what he does best, playing that outside line. Jason struggled on the left lane, and that was his undoing. Walter Ray, when he can play out and play that real direct line from the outside part of the lane, awful hard to beat.
All right, Norm, let's talk about Patrick Allen now. Twice he's faced his idol, and you know what it's like bowling guys who watched you growing up in Pete Weber, and 2 times he's knocked him off. And the last time it happened, it was a victory for Patrick Allen in Grand Rapids en route to a title. But now Walter Ray Williams Jr. awaits.
Well, he does, and Patrick Allen is going to have to, as he said, pry it off his hand. Now, he has a good enough shot to win, I believe. However, he has to make good enough shots to win. And when you haven't been in that position in a long, long time, it's difficult to do. Walter Ray, on the other hand, opened up this year with a victory in the Japan Cup. He's probably going to take the lead in the Player of the Year race with the victory today if he should win. So confidence, you know, hasn't ever been a problem for Walter Ray Williams.
All right, guys, we are looking forward to it. The finals are set here from Reno, Nevada. Walter Ray Williams Jr. and Patrick Allen head-to-head. Can PA become the first lefty of the 06-07 season to win a title? We'll find out. Walter Ray awaits. Welcome back to America's Adventure Place, Reno, Tahoe area here in Nevada. Jason Couch knocked off by Walter Ray Williams Jr. in the first semifinal, and Pete Weber hammered by Patrick Allen in the second. Leading us, Randy Peterson, to the Geico Championship recap.
You got it, Dave Ryan. Semifinal number 1. Walter Ray Williams Jr. defeated Jason Couch by the score of 215 to 200. Walter Ray strikes out in the 10th frame to shut out Jason. In semifinal number 2, Patrick Allen. He takes down PDW by the score of 233 to 204. Patrick got off to a red-hot start, striking in the first 6 frames to take down the legend.
Hi, Patrick. That said it was a childhood dream doesn't mean I want to bowl you every single time on TV, bro.
In PA's case, dreams come true. 2 for 2 against Pete. How about that?
And you know what? If he beats Walter Ray, you know what he's going to say? I'm going to Disney World. Okay, I just thought I'd throw that in.
You guys do every week. You live there.
Well, we don't go every week, but hey, I'm not going to lie. We have season passes.
You should.
Or annual passes, I
Living
should
in
say.
Claremont, a few minutes away from the gates. From Wesley Chapel, Florida. That's in the Tampa-St. Pete area. Patrick told us today the house he's been building near a golf course almost complete.
How's everyone doing today?
And the rack in the back there, the pin setter being replaced. So we'll kill a couple seconds of time as Patrick gets ready.
Hey, Ryan, you know what this stadium is the most famous for?
Thanks, Walter.
A certain movie?
You always are.
Movie Kingpin.
Was there a certain actor in that movie we should mention?
Well,
you think?
I mean, I don't consider myself an actor.
We
but
do.
Oh, you mean Bill Murray? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kingpin was shot in this very building. In fact, I had a nice little scene with Bill Murray right around 19 and 20.
Well, that's the ball there.
The Rose Bowl ball that they used in the movie that Big Ern McCracken was throwing down the lane.
I love that.
Good stuff.
Big Ern.
All right, PA ready. Finals underway. Get some help. Number 6 comes crashing down.
Could it be PA's day? Throws a pretty good shot here, Norm, and just comes up a pinch high, and what a great break. It's always a nice break when you come in a little high and trip the 6 if you're a lefty, or 4-pin if you're a righty.
Yeah, I think he got his thumb down just a little bit at the impact point, but held pocket and chipped the 6 out.
Walter Ray responds. Now, if anyone can make adjustments, remember all the 10 pins he had in that first match with Jason Couch. Walter Ray got by Couch, a 15-pin victory. Norm, as we check out the Ace Hardware matchup, Walter Ray can make those adjustments, can he?
Yeah, Walter can do just about anything he wants to do in bowling, and make an adjustment, especially if they're micro ones. That's no problem for him.
Two great shots in a 1-3 pocket for Walter Ray to begin the championship match with Patrick Allen.
Wait a minute. He's figured out a way to get his ball to go high flush now. I mean, that ball just banjoed the 1-3 pocket.
No doubt, and he kept his speed down. He's a little bit left on the approach from the first match, and it's rolling through the pins as a result.
Can this magical journey continue? The final victory for Patrick Allen, that is the question. Coming up next week, ESPN's live coverage, Denny's PBA Tour continues. We're headed to Medford, Oregon, the Earl Anthony Medford Classic, where the Medford Meteor Marshall Holman has gotten an exemption from Commissioner Fred Schreier of the PBA Tour. Look forward to seeing Marshall, a Hall of Famer, next week. Brian Himmler tries to defend his title.
The Chief.
The Chief, he won there last year. Pete Weber's won there in the past. And Randy, you're going to be in action?
Well, Dave, I'm actually going to go and bowl the pre-tournament qualifier in Medford.
Right. Good luck to you.
Thanks. You know, you know what it is? I just miss the guys.
And we miss you, Randy.
I know you do.
He is breathing fire. You can tell. Intense. Patrick Allen did not make a TV show at all in the first half of the year. Over the Christmas break, changed his ball company to one he had used prior. And he has not lost a match since. He's 13-0. Here in Reno. Can he make it 14? Oh, he almost had the 7-10. Just the 7 for PA.
Yeah, he knew this was mediocre because right at
That was the first half snatch job there.
this point he says, oh boy.
Yeah, and you hear him say that that was the first half snatch job, meaning
Stay behind it.
that was some of the swing faults that he's trying to get out of from the first half of the season. Just trying to help it just a little bit.
So he didn't grab it, he half grabbed it.
Yeah, he just kind of half grabbed it.
I go for the full grab, Randy, every time.
I go for the full wrench, and I normally leave a big 4.
To clarify, guys, what does that mean when you grab, don't grab?
Credit release point. You want the ball off your hand nice and clean and nice and smooth. When you start to grab it with your fingers, the ball now starts to want to go up instead of down or towards the pins. And what happens is you normally end up hitting up on the ball, and it makes it want to hook early most of the time. That time for PA, he just kind of turned around a little bit early. You can see what the players have done, lane comparison.
They both love the left lane.
They both really love the left lane.
Walter Ray before this match was 5 strikes on the left lane, 1 on the right. PA similar. And as a result, Walter Ray, who is the higher seed, elected to have Patrick Allen finish on the right lane, which, you know, that's smart. That's why he's got 42 or 3 titles.
42.
It changes so often, it's hard to keep up with it.
Going for 43 today. The all-time king of the lanes.
Wow.
Looked a bit off the mark, like that might have been a light hit. But he'll take ball 10 down gladly. He's got the front 4. Walter Ray, Patrick Allen, head-to-head, a title on the line in Reno, Nevada. We bring you the exciting conclusion next. Special thanks, hello to Ellen Oppenheim, CEO and President, Reno Sparks Convention and Visitors Authority. We appreciate her help and support throughout the week here in Reno, Nevada. Great crowd. This might be the largest crowd behind the Masters in Milwaukee. We're in the arena setting and the place was jammed. And I bet we'll get great support next week because we always do in Medford, Oregon. Earl Anthony Medford Classic coming away, live coverage. Denny's PBA Tour, 1 o'clock Eastern here on ESPN. We look forward to seeing Hall of Famer Marshall Holman again, 20-plus titles. And he'll be in action. Randy will be competing. Norm, how about you? How's the toe?
Man, I am day to day. I'm guessing about 50-50 right now to play next week. It's getting better, but, you know, it's never quick enough.
We hope to see you out there.
Thank you.
Now to withdraw this week, unfortunately, after being the only bowler in the first half to win 2 titles. Our Norm Duke. Here's PA.
Norm, can you spot anything with PA's delivery? That shot there, he looked a little short to me, meaning he looked a little short at release. I didn't quite see that extension we've come to know. But do you see anything that stands out?
Exactly. You know, he said, I can't pry it off my hand, or at least I did once. And it's just, when you grab the ball early in your approach, then it doesn't swing as fluently. It's just as if you have to push the ball down the lane at that point instead of just allowing it to float off your hand and giving it the kick with the fingers.
Really has been an incredible year for Patrick. Just imagine, guys, no shows in the first half. See the support from the fans here. 28th ranked in the Denny's PBA Tour rankings list coming in for someone who just 2 years ago was Player of the Year. That's a shock.
Right, uncharacteristic of Patrick, but I'm glad to see him bowling good again.
Keep in mind, Allen's got to finish on the right lane. Walter Ray had the choice.
See how good that looks?
Hey, there's number 7.
See how good that looked going through it, though, at the bottom? That looked like Patrick Allen. That looked nice and free and relaxed.
However, he left the 7-pin. He gets a good break on the 7-pin, but I think that he made an adjustment based off of grabbed shot. Now he makes a good shot, and he's got the half 7.
He didn't leave a 7-pin.
Well, he did for a little while.
No, look, watch, it goes down. You know when you've got the good touch going, those pins behave properly.
The legend won't get the break. Oh, the scout right across the deck there nearly took out the 10-pin. Walter Ray second on the tour in average, second in earnings behind Doug Kent, 9th in rankings. He's had a very solid year. 3rd show for him as this continues to maintain that extraordinary level of excellence.
Norm, how long can this guy keep this up for?
That's a great question. What do you think, Norm?
I don't know. How long is he going to bowl? He's going to keep it up as long as he bowls. I believe that.
Well, he's going to bowl as long as he can bowl at this level. How long can he do it?
I think well into 50s. Tom Baker is certainly making some noise out on our tour, and he's over 50 years old. But if you see these all-time TV final wins, 136 for Walter Ray Williams. And to look at a guy like Mike Albee, who's one of the greatest to ever play, to only have 80.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he just separates
Mike Albee
himself.
had 24 titles.
I mean, there's 10 down for Walter Ray. And the victory total we saw does include today's first match. Just amazing. First in TV appearances, first in TV wins. We saw that. Earnings more than $3.79 million in his incredible career.
Come on,
47 years old, 27th year on tour. How long? That's a great point. How long can he do it? Still in very good shape physically. Loves to compete. Loves to win more. That's the key. He's got a burning desire to win every week.
Now, that was a big shot for Patrick Allen. It gives him the double, trims the lead of Walter Ray. And the main thing is he keeps that string on going.
Last 3 seasons, see him on TV. Look at that, 9-2 in his Player of the Year season. Last year made 6 shows a career best.
Come on.
This guy was among the elite for 2 straight years. Fell off the map for at least half a season, but it appears he's back.
As all great champions do, they rebound.
Works on a strike, 6 frame. Has another.
Well, those two were juicy.
1-pin match.
That was his 7th frame shot, and indeed is a 1-pin match now. Things have gotten very close.
So it's good.
It is good.
I hear a little loft on that shot, Norm.
You know, he said just a little more. The last time he threw a shot on the right lane, I think that's what he's saying. A little more loft, maybe a little more hit, but certainly a little more hook.
There's certainly a lot more loft on that shot than what we saw in the first match. Now, Norm, why the extra loft?
Well, he needs the ball to respond off the dry boards and then turn and face the pins, and he just wasn't responding off those drives.
Very little loft.
10-pin again.
Not near as much loft on that shot. You could see the ball enter the pocket a little bit weaker.
Bless it.
That's why he left the week 10. And he may have just given Patrick Allen the opening to win this title. Watch this ball hit flat, 6-pin goes to the sideboard, and just lays kind of DOA right there in the right gutter.
These two have met once before on TV. PA won at 257. 248 as Walter Ray takes care of the 10-pin. Easy single-pin conversion for him. That was not a final, only a TV match.
Come on.
This is going to go right down to the wire. What a way to kick off the second half of our Denny's PBA Tour season. Looks for a 4-bagger.
Do the right thing.
It sure did, PA. Time out.
Patrick Allen made a ball change back in the 6th frame. He went to a ball with a little bit shinier surface to get the read better. And he comes away with 2 strikes on that right lane back-to-back. And right now he's got a 4-bagger, and he's in control of this match.
Yeah, that was a really good shot. So obviously,
Shot clock, I'll take it.
he's going to take a shot clock violation. Is that what we just heard?
Yep.
Gonna take his time here, guys. Foundation frame. Has the 4-bagger. This from a bowler.
One time.
Who had the worst first half of his career by far.
Come here.
Now, when you're struggling with the nerves, it's awfully hard to get the hand dry. It's hard to get your legs underneath you. He's taking that time to try to get everything right. And he did so.
The patented PA post-up right there is beautiful.
5 in a row for Patrick Allen.
It's amazing how you can turn that switch on and off, isn't it, Norm? You feel like you can't beat anybody, all of a sudden you get the right look. It's instant confidence. All you got to do is believe.
Walter Ray keeps pace.
Now there's the loft, Norm. Does he go with loft on the left lane now since he left week 10?
I would say so unless he dropped it. I think I heard him mumble or saw his mouth mumble, I dropped it when he left that flat 10 on the left lane. If that'd be the case, then no. Throw a good shot. if he threw a good shot, yes, he needs to do something different.
Walter Ray needs a strikeout to shoot 258. He will then need help from Patrick Allen. Patrick Allen still going, or still a possible 268.
It sure did, Walter Ray. Big strike again. And we have got an incredible finish coming up here, folks, from Reno, Nevada in our championship match. Patrick Allen bidding for his 8th win. He's won a major. Walter Ray's in the Hall of Fame. He's won 43 times. 6-time Player of the Year. And he was distracted.
We don't see that happen very often with Walter Ray Williams Jr., but the key now is to regroup like it didn't happen. Just go about your business.
Max scores. PA's in
Could you
control.
stand still, please?
And someone to the side of Walter Ray is moving. Very important that they have total focus. No distractions allowed here.
Big shot.
10-pin again.
Just a pinch. Missed it at the bottom of the swing. Just a pinch. You could see this ball just not finish the way he wants it to, and it's another flat 10.
Boy, it's rare to see Walter Ray guys react like that. I mean, under any circumstance, he keeps his emotions in check. And the all-time title leader got flustered there.
Come on, man. We have the possibility of a tie. If Patrick Allen goes 9 spare strike, we have a tie. Patrick Allen needs to strike on this first ball and get 5, and he will win.
He's doing a big earn.
Down goes Allen. Down goes the 7, and he's going to get a title.
Sorry, Dave. Patrick Allen riding the gravy train with biscuit wheels. Look at this great break he gets on the 7-pin.
Oh, the fans react to the replay of the flop. Wow, we've got to come up with a nickname for that one. Walter Ray doesn't want to hear about it.
That's enough.
Patrick Allen wins his 8th title.
And the ball change on the right lane earlier in the game, you know, that's the difference right there, I think.
How does that happen?
No shows. No titles.
Think of anything more than that.
In the first half of the year, he makes the ball change to a new company,
my life.
his old company. And in his first tournament, he goes all the way through match play undefeated.
Oh, brother. All right, baby. Eddie Gallagher, thank you for the second chance. Reno, what do you say? Home field ball, Kendall Lanes, Tony Zini, do the best.
He says it's Reno, his town.
Unbelievable.
It is now. No question. What a story. Rags to riches for the former Player of the Year. And he takes down the king in Reno today. The H&R Block Classic is brought to you by Motel 6, official lodging partner of the PBA. For the lowest price of any national chain, go to Motel6.com. By Atonic, the official footwear of the PBA. Atonic, first one there. And by the United States Bowling Congress, ensuring the integrity and protecting the future of the sport of bowling. Bowl with us. and by Prescription Flomax. What a story, what a moment for Patrick Allen. Wins his 8th career title in dramatic fashion over the legend, the all-time Denny's PBA Tour title holder, Walter Ray Williams Jr. Patrick, the first half of the year, no TV shows, no lefties win in the first half of our season. You make the ball change, and you've got yourself a victory. How would you describe the feeling?
Dave, I don't even know if I have any words to describe it right now. Obviously, there were some issues with me the first half, and I made a bold change. Some people disagree with it, some people agreed, but I just felt like I had to do what I needed to do and try and get back here again, and I didn't think it would happen this fast, though.
You blow all the way through match play. You didn't lose en route to a championship. How did that happen?
Some good ball reaction, some opponents not having great ball reaction and maybe throwing some bad shots at certain situations, and I have the best balls in my hand again, best balls in the world, and 14-0, that speaks for itself.
How do you describe the feeling of taking down Walter Ray Williams Jr. in the finals?
Well, I've bowled a lot of TV shows, well, at least for my standards, not for Walter's, but it was my 19th show, and I've never actually gone up in the 10th needing a strike to win, and needing it against Walter Ray, that's something that you probably dream about. Walter Ray, Pete Weber going up there in the 10th frame and needing a strike, and to actually make a pretty decent shot and get an unbelievable break is something I'll never forget as long as I live.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Patrick Allen wins his 8th title here today in Reno, Nevada in dramatic fashion. Now for the entire crew, Randy Peterson, Norm Duke, it's Dave Ryan saying so long. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. What a moment for PA. See you next week in Medford.